The icing glided across the floor as if it ruled the room. My birthday, my cake, and her. She chuckled. Eat it off the ground, she said. The table chuckled, too. My quiet was louder than their racket. I didn't cringe. I didn't shout. I grinned inwardly, ticking off seconds in my mind. Every giggle, every sly look, every fork clink, kindling for what was ahead. I recall when we met. Summer evening, street lamps flickering, her laughter pouring across the cafe like it was ours alone. I believed I had discovered the one who would understand me, fulfill me. I gave her my trust like it was delicate crystal, and she cradled it, cautious, gentle, flawless, until she didn't. The initial hints were faint, ignored calls, justifications, mysterious disappearances. I chalked it up to pressure. Then came the late-night messages. The affection in her texts intended for another. I spotted the trends. Tiny deceptions piled like stones, each weightier than the previous. I didn't erupt. I watched. I bided my time. By the moment the cake struck the floor, I had already sketched the blueprint of her ruin in my thoughts. I endured the mirth, allowing it to flow over me, savoring the treachery as if it were sour wine. I envisioned the steps, exact, unavoidable. Every embarrassment she had inflicted would return, amplified. She believed this was triumph. She missed the quiet. Quiet is deadly. I began with the loans, joint obligations she figured I would carry eternally. I recorded it all, every autograph, every co-signed document, every clause she thought she controlled. By dusk, I dispatched a straightforward response to her mother's note. The lull before the tempest, withdrawing my name from every loan the next day. The strain surged. By midnight, the phone turned into a war zone. 100 missed calls. Texts buzzed like bullets. She didn't realize it yet, but her realm of ease was collapsing. The pals who had cheered her viciousness were now fumbling for justifications they couldn't provide. I recalled her boasting over companions, her arrogance as she pictured me shamed, helpless. That night, I turned into the one directing the shame. She would awaken to court summonses, rejected credit, hollow assurances. The communal web she had depended on, buddies, relatives, sway began fraying. I confronted her at supper a week later. Same space, same table. She appeared victorious. She didn't know I had swapped the locks, detached my finances, revealed every falsehood, locked every escape. I poured my water gradually, intentionally, observing her hands tremble. The alert tones vibrated quietly in my pocket, another surge of calls, another strand of alarm weaving through her circle. Do you enjoy surprises? I inquired, tone even, serene. She blinked. The grin wavered. It was faint, undetectable to others, but I noticed it. The table grew silent. Even the chandelier appeared to droop further. The authority I had yielded for years came back to me in one hushed inhale. She attempted to brush it off with a laugh. I didn't permit it. Gradually, I observed her grasp the extent of her solitude. The friends she had ridiculed, the kin she had controlled, the monetary security she had presumed. I had taken it apart entirely. Inch by inch, stone by stone, she tumbled into the void she had fashioned for me. Her gaze finally locked on mine, broad, exposed. She lipped something, a beg, a swear, an inquiry. I left it unaddressed. Some teachings weigh more when unsaid. I stepped out the door that evening, buoyant as a feather, not furious, not spiteful any longer, content. The disloyalty that once pulsed like an injury was absent, supplanted by a steady, powerful strength. Quiet had achieved what shouting never could. Every action I took was accurate. Every response I held back had been calculated. I had turned into the designer of fairness, not disorder. The cake still on the floor, the mirth resounded no longer, the calls disregarded, my existence liberated. And in that hushed, retaliatory accuracy, I grinned. Not because I triumphed, because I had perfected the skill of never forfeiting command again.